The jury has found Hunter Biden, the president's son, guilty on all 3 counts in this case after 3 hours of deliberation.
Today's father, President Joe Biden, said he will not pardon his son.
Hello and welcome back to Can't Sleep. This is going to be the first official episode. I've been away for a while. Sorry about that, but I had a lot of things I had to deal with and take care of. For one, there were some girls on TikTok who had recently turned 18, and I had to unfollow them. Anyway, hope you all had a great Father's Day. It's also about to be Juneteenth. Did not realize how close together those holidays were. That must have been a really shitty week for Southern dads back in 1865, because you're gonna get some boring present from your kids. Some mug that says "World's Best Slave Master," and then 3 days later you have to lose your slaves. But anyway, nobody had a even worse Father's Day than our current president, Joe Biden, whose son Hunter Biden was officially convicted of all 3 counts of his gun charge. Also, the president has said that he will not pardon his son. To be fair, though, I'm not entirely convinced that he understands how much trouble his son is in. I'm willing to bet that he might just think that his son's going to detention. I think that he's so senile that he's just calling him up, going, did you get sent to the principal's office again? He's like, no, Dad, I bought a gun fraudulently. Biden just thinks he has to ground him. Like, well, when you get home, young man, no TV or crack for an entire month. You kind of can't blame Biden, though, for Hunter's actions, because Biden is just a boomer parent. And boomer parents, their love for their children really just extends to their own life. Anything short of death, other than that, they really don't care what happens to their children. And Biden has already buried 2 kids, so one being sent to prison, that's actually kind of a nice change of pace for once. Now, between Biden and Trump, I really couldn't tell you who I think is probably the better father. Trump's kids are all still alive, though, so that's a point in his favor. But similar to Hunter, all of his children seem to have the same emotional dependency on his approval. And that's probably not a healthy way to live, just constantly doing things in the hopes you'll one day get your dad's approval. But Trump definitely is not a fan of his children. He might have sniffed Ivanka's underwear for a couple years, but eventually she turned 30 and the moment was gone, all right? Eric and Dawn just follow him around like they're part of his entourage. Barron has the privilege of just being the youngest, so he's the baby of the family. And Tiffany Trump is the one that's in the most trouble because she seems like the least favorite. And she is probably so desperate for some amount of affection from her dad that she just, every time I see her, she just kind of shows up looking more and more fuckable just so her dad will love her. Like, every time she pops up, I'm like, she's just looking more and more like Stormy Daniels. She's like, hey, this is what he likes, right? If you ask me, though, they should try to do stuff that actually makes their parents more upset. They should try to appease their parents even less. Just completely rebel against them. Because that seems to be when they get the most attention in the first place. Anytime you heard about the Bush twins or Sasha and Malia, they're out being whores at Coachella or something. That's when they would actually get a phone call from their dad. And I think that Hunter has the right idea, but I think Hunter should step it up a little bit more. Hunter should be Trump's VP. And if Trump had the same kind of juice that he had back in 2016, he'd do it too. All right. I mean, this is the same man who brought, Malik Obama, one of Obama's 20 half siblings, to the debate, along with 7 women who accused Bill Clinton of rape. A Donald Trump and Hunter Biden ticket could bring this country back together. I mean, they could keep each other in check. Anytime Trump starts going off about how he wants to close the border, Hunter can jump in saying well, then how am I supposed to get crack? And then Trump could say, you know what? I see your point. I mean, this could really work. All right. To be fair, though, if Trump was going to do this, he probably should have announced it on Father's Day. I mean, just picture this scenario. Joe Biden, he's in the White House. He's waiting to see if his son's going to call him to wish him a happy Father's Day. There's no phone call, but he's watching television. All of a sudden, breaking news, Trump is about to announce his new running mate. And then you see Trump on stage, and he's just going off. He says, you know what? I finally found the man that I need to partner with to win this thing. I see a lot of myself in this young man. Just like me, he's been vilified and hunted unfairly by the media and the Justice Department. Please welcome my new running mate and the next vice president of the United States, Hunter Biden. And then you immediately see Hunter running out. He's wearing the red hat. They're standing on stage, and they say they're going to work together to do the job that Joe Biden refuses to do, which is pardon them. And I think I'm going to leave you on that. So, Trump, Biden, 2024. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.